Well, welcome members of the board to the Hyman Settlement School farm. I'm Corey Terry, in case some of y'all are new and don't know me. I'm the farm manager here at the Settlement School, and we're here at the farm. We just finished up a full day of weeding out these wonderful cabbage beds and many other things, protecting our plants for the coming cold snap that's coming this weekend. But I just thought, as part of my video for the board for this board meeting would be to just kind of give you all a little bit of a tour of our farm, our greenhouse, and also our chickens. We're going to give them a little visit too. Instead of giving you all the details of how many plants we have and all that, I'll leave that for the board report for you to read. But just as a general update of the farm, things are actually going really well here this year. As you can see, these cabbage plants and lettuce, and we got potatoes growing and onions in this plot. Everything's growing really well. I'm very excited about it, and not experiencing any pest problems yet, which is always a good thing. I know last year I put out cabbage and things like eggplant, and flea beetles immediately started eating them up about as soon as I put them out. So it's going really good, considering just the kind of the situation we've been in over the past several months. We were actually planning to be here at the farm here in Beaver this year, but once the COVID-19 situation hit, we decided to move all of our operations back over here and actually work to double our production, and we have done that. You probably can't tell from the video. There's a total of 10 plots here, and they're all about 50 feet by 100 feet. Last year we had 7 plots that we were working with, and I've added 3 more this year so far, and may even add some more depending on how things go and what things look like. So we're expanding things. Things are growing really well. As I said, we got the cold snap coming this weekend, and I unfortunately went ahead thinking that the weather was going to be great and planted things like tomatoes and eggplants and peppers. And I'm hoping that they survive the weekend. I've got them covered. They're over there in another plot. Got them covered up with plastic and row cover. I'm hoping that it protects them. And also we got beans that just started germinating this week, unfortunately, right before a cold snap hits, and expecting some frost. They're covered, and hopefully I think they'll probably pull through it. And also probably the tomatoes will be fine too with that plastic, because it's very warm underneath there. So yeah, I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the farm, kind of walk around and show you what's happening here, and then magically end up at the greenhouse and also give a little view of the chickens. All right, this is the view whenever you first pull up to the farm. I'm told this old white building here used to be the post office back in the day, and here's the house that the owner of the land grew up in. And as you pull on up to the fields, you meet our mascot. And here's a view of the plots. You can see over there where the tomatoes are at, and they're covered up in plastic. Like I said earlier, we have 10 plots here, and each plot is about 50 feet by 100 feet long. And I just kind of keep everything the same. That way it's sort of standardized and everything's the same. Whenever I'm cutting things like row cover and landscape fabric, I can reuse those pieces and they'll fit every bed at the farm, and it just makes everything a lot simpler with planning and harvesting. Knowing how much you need to plant and how much you can harvest from a 100-foot bed makes things simple in that regard. And now we will make the trip from Beaver to Hyman. Welcome to our greenhouse. I hope you enjoy that drive from Beaver to Hyman. It's a beautiful drive. On the video it took about 10 seconds, but in reality it takes about 30 minutes. But here we are in one of our 3 greenhouses on campus. This is the only one that's operational at the moment. It's about 25 feet by 70 feet long, and we can fit about 220 plants in here. We mainly grow hydroponic tomatoes, slicing tomatoes, and also cherry tomatoes. And we also do some peppers, and this year I'm actually doing a little bit of cucumbers in here, just trying it out because I had some extra space. But I'm very pleased with how the season is going in here so far. We planted these transplanted them in here in early March. I actually started the plants at my house in January. So they've got a big head start compared to where most field tomatoes are at this point. And we plan to start harvesting these probably at the end of May, 1st of June, sometime around there. They just started blooming this past week, and we'll begin producing tomatoes very soon. All right, so we are now inside the chicken brooder, which is located in one of the barns on campus. It's just an old aquaponics tank that we got from the greenhouses that I put them in. They arrived on April 29th, and they are about a week and a half old at this point, and they will stay inside the brooder for about 3 or 4 weeks, depending on how the weather is. And then they will go out to the farm and stay inside of our chicken tractors until about 7 weeks, which they will then go to processing, which should be around June 17th this year. And here's a view of our chicken tractors that Pete Erb of our former swap coordinator built for us before they moved back to Ohio last year. It's an excellent little tractor to move along in the fields and grow pastured poultry in. And that's an update from the farm. I hope this little video has helped you to see kind of what we are doing here at the Settlement School with our farm program. Even in the midst of the situation where we can't be together, I hope it helped you to get a vision for what we are doing here. And I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity that you've given me the past several years to be the farm manager and to work this program, and also just thank you so much for your support and commitment to the Settlement School and our work here in Hyman. Thank you so much.